Okay, so earlier off stream I was doing a whole bunch of grinding around here, cause apparently there's like, um, what was it? Like we saw last time with the slime lump in Grancel Castle, there's the Ares pot thing, which is the same kind of thing, but for the other bits of Sepith. Because these lumps have these three elements, and the slime lumps have the other four. So you have to, unfortunately, you have to farm them separately instead of farming them all at once, which is kind of weird to me, but whatever, because in a way it kind of doubles your farming, which I don't really like that much. But I did manage to farm a decent amount of Sepith. Unfortunately, there's no super good source of earth or water Sepith from regular enemies at this point. There is a enemy that drops a decent amount of water, but for earth, you're kind of limited on that in that regard. But yeah, I should be set for a little bit once we get into the third plane for this new chapter. From where we left off and finished the we finished the last boss of chapter 2. But before we went on to do anything else, thankfully you can kind of roam around and not do any extra cutscenes or whatever, so we're kind of good there. Oh, and because of the off-stream grinding I did, also, hey Wafer, how you doing? Because of the off-stream grinding I did, we can now open this star door for doing 100 battles. So let's go check that out real quick and see what we get from it. Oh, wait. Before I do that. I need to make sure I, Oh, you can get Blue Ascension here. Huh. Actually, I think I like having attack, because, like, Signal Flare feels pretty good. Oh, what's Silent Cross do? Ah, actually, yeah, let's just keep that just in case. So, those who have not proven themselves in battle are not worthy of stepping inside. Should you wish to be deemed worthy, struggle through 100 battles. Thankfully, it's not 100 victories. I did a lot of running away to manipulate the spawns. So is it a trial with everyone? Yeah. So what kind of memory fragment is this if it takes everyone? Oh, we're not gonna get a trial before this? Okay. Finally online? Yeah, I had to take the night off yesterday, I love, because I wasn't feeling too good. But feeling a little bit too exhausted. I did take the time to do a lot of or a good amount of off-stream grinding though, farming up extra Sepith to get people's orbments sorted out. I'm still holding off on making quartz since we'll get new ones most likely when we get to the third plane. So I'm kind of waiting on that and stocking up before we go. But before we go to the third plane, we got a door that we need to take a look at. You want try as a second while you're waiting? Ah, okay. Some closes a report on the damage dealt to the former Principality of North Ambria by the Salt Pale? Principality of North Ambria? Also contained within is research on the Pale itself. Holy City of Arteria, Congregation for the Sacraments. Oh, signed by Reese Argent. I hereby present this report to you, Your Holiness, ever at the side of the goddess. This report contains classified information and may only be read by those with the clearance to do so. Certain sections of the utmost secrecy have also been blacked out. Progression of events after the Pale's appearance. July 1st, 1178, 5:45 a.m. An urgent report came in from Halias Cathedral, in the then principality, now state of North Ambria in northern Zemuria. It is stated that a giant white pillar so tall it appears to kiss the clouds had appeared to the outskirts of the city. Bishop Alexei, the one who sent the report, behaved as if extremely unsettled by what was happening. By urgent order of the committee, the two knights of the Grossritter, 8th Dominion aka Roaring Lion and a squire, both of whom were working on another mission in a nearby nation, were dispatched to perform a formal investigation. They hurried to the scene via 8th Merkaba unit. Please note that the Merkabas had only recently been put into use at this point. They arrived promptly, and at 6:22 a.m., this is what they saw. Oh, what the heck? Enclosed is a photograph the object now known as a salt pail. Oh. At this point, however, it was far larger than the term pail would suggest. It was more akin to a massive tower that soared hundreds of arg into the air. Two knights provided the following observation regarding the situation on their arrival. We were met with a mighty hailstorm blowing in our direction from Haliask, or so it appeared at first, to eventually realize the storm contained not ice, but salt. Man, that's gotta hurt your eyes until you, if you forget to put on goggles. Holy crap. Imagine going through a salt storm. Oh god. God forbid you have any, like, small cuts on you. The object's surface is completely covered with salt, making it impossible to tell what it may actually look like underneath. The surrounding air had become powdered salt, and it falls to the ground like snow falling on a tundra. The spread of that solinification process was startlingly rapid, and the area spread in a blink of an eye. By the time the Grossritter arrived, the entire landscape of the capital had turned to salt, and the lives of many who lived there, like the aforementioned Bishop Alexei, had already been lost. They died because of... Yet the spread did not stop there. A day after the salt pail first appeared, a vast coniferous forest zone north of the capital crystallized and collapsed. Bridges also collapsed, rendering all the main highways and highways out of the city unusable. Please note that by this point, the then ruler Prince Balmund had already fled the country to a nearby nation. 2 days passed since the Pale's appearance. By this point, roughly half the entire principality had become a sea of salt. Countless refugees had fled to the southern side of the country because of the river Greve stood between it and the affected area. Finally, 3 days after the Pale's appearance, the solinification process stopped at dawn, and as a result, the knights were able to advance on the capital of Haliask with the hope of investigating the salt pail. That afternoon, they finally reached it, but what they found looked completely different from how the pail had before when they first arrived in North Ambria. Huh. So that was then. That's not. It thinned out to a more darker, hardened structure of some sort. In the center of the solinified area, they found an object that was a mere 2.5 arg in height. Its surface was no longer blanketed in salt, rather it looked as if something had been carved out of it. It is now believed that the pail's mass decreased as the solinification process progressed. In its smaller state, the pail had lost its power to turn swaths of the country to salt, but its ability to solidify was still very much intact. Anything that touched it even for a millisecond was instantaneously turned into salt. It was of the utmost importance to handle it with care. God forbid anyone touch that. Oh god. In order to complete the mission without physical contact, the Grossritter required the use of... Required the sacred tool Gleipnir. The of use. Good job. Good job. The use of the sacred to Gleipnir, which was delivered to them from the high seat of in Arteria. Since then, it was kept closely sealed away, deep within the high seat in Arteria. Still, while the recovery mission was ultimately deemed a success, the damage already caused was equally vast and significant. No damage to the surrounding nations was reported, but it resulted in the destruction of 3 of the 5 administrative districts of the Principality, including its capital. Over a third of the total population, along with travelers from elsewhere, lost their lives. This is to say nothing of the emotional damage caused. Due to a sudden outbreak, the hearts of North Ambria's people were overwhelmed with fear and uncertainty. From a humanitarian and religious perspective, a swift response from the Septian Church was all but necessary. The decision was made to dispatch personnel to the region right away. Upon arrival, they set about rebuilding the damaged churches and healing of both the mental and physical and mental wounds of the people. Those who were left orphaned in the crisis were taken into gospel facilities where they could be cared for until adulthood. The northern region of the country, which had been turned entirely to salt, was placed under the church's control. It has been a restricted area ever since. An invasion? Supplementary notes. After some time, the country's former leader, Princess Balmund. Wait, is it Balmund or Balmund? Come on, game! And this isn't a different person, or for anything like that. Because they said Balmund. He ran away. Attempted to rebuild the government, but given that he fled the country during its hour of need, caring only for himself and not his people, all authority he had was once gone. The following year, the country's people led an armed uprising, and the Principality of North Ambria was no more. Eventually, elections were held, and the country became a democracy, thus bringing about the birth of the autonomous state we know of now. This was also when the former Principality's armed forces were formed as a vigilante corps. Given the extreme poverty of the state, however, the majority of said corps considered gathering foreign currency to be of the utmost importance. This was how the large-scale Jaeger Corps known as the Northern Jaegers was first established. Oh. Oh, so when the prince left and they fended for themselves and stuff. So as a result of the Principality falling apart and them taking the country into their own hands, they made their... Ah, okay. As far as the rest of Zemuria is concerned, this is where the tale of the Salt Pail ends. But a number of very important questions still remain unanswered. Perhaps the most obvious of these is where it came from. Despite the considerable size of the object and that it appeared on the outskirts of a populated city, no information is available regarding the moment it first appeared. The most popular theory that its appearance was due to something akin to spatial translocation, but no hard evidence exists to support this or any other theory. Of more importance, however, is its positioning in the teachings of the Sethian Church. The Pale is clearly different in nature to artifacts, and appears to be a more fundamental manifestation of the goddess's powers of creation, committee report. With the limits of our knowledge at present, this is as far as we can get to the truth. There are some who have proposed it may be one of the Septarians, but no evidence has been found in legend or scripture to support this belief. Nevertheless, these questions and many others need answering, and the Congregation for the Sacraments continues to study the Salt Pail to this day. The most accepted proposal comes from those who believe the pail should be seen as nothing more than a gift from Aidios. They continue to consider various means for her church to make good use of it. Wait. A gift from Aidios? Huh. Wait. Oh! Oh! They turned it into the crossbow bolt Father Kevin used to solidify Weissman in the end of Trails 2. That's what he used to kill him. Oh, I thought he just like turned to stone, but no, he turned into salt. Oh, holy shit. The most realistic of these plans is using it in the manufacture of a sacred tool used for execution. Parts of the pail are cut away using high-pressure water and surrounded with a cylinder made from salt crystal, allowing them to be fired directly into the target without requiring the user to make direct contact. Hey Neil, Luke, how you doing? We just found out that this is what Father Kevin used to kill Weissman in Trails 2. Holy crap. He didn't turn to stone, but turned to salt. Oh my god. Should the bolt make successfully Should the bolt successfully make contact with a human target, their whole body would turn to salt, killing them in mere seconds. There are no means of reversing or stopping the process. This approach does not come without flaws. It seems unwise to be careless with an object we do not understand the true nature of, for one thing. There are also humanitarian concerns with executing someone in this manner. Still, if it does bear mentioning that there ever be a case where a target needs to be eliminated without fail, this would be the most surefire way to carry it out. It should go without saying that research on it is intended to continue into the future. Oh, Kevin Graham signed that report. I just noticed the little signature. Appendix regarding the aforementioned sacred tool. Something. Trial use begins of the sacred tool. Top secret work only. Permission granted to use in the execution of Weissman. Yeah, the asterisk equals the characters in Weissman's name. Using the execution of Weissman, fire from bowgun, results were extremely favorable. No damage was caused to the surrounding area. The target was also successfully erased. About the target. The target, something Weissman, I forget her first name, was orphaned by the salt pail when it first appeared. Oh, what? Weissman was orphaned by the salt pail? Joined Septian Church congregation as an official, promoted to bishop, declared a heretic and excommunicated within 15 years. Oh. Oh my god. They give us Petrify as the okay, that's cute. That's cute. Okay. Joshua and Claudia. I don't think I did that door yet, right? Actually, is there a way to tell which doors I've already done? Not from here.
You ready?
Breaking news! Liberal news, special issue, Flying City Falls, Liberal is safe once more. Glory to young braces who saved us all from crisis. Oh. Well, we're just getting Liberal news now. Okay. So, featured story, the Liberal Arc collapses. Enigmatic object gone in a flash. The mysterious structure that appeared last month over Valeria Lake disappeared as suddenly as it came, collapsing loudly in a giant mountain of rubble into the lake. Class begins. Many of our readers may have witnessed the moment for themselves, but it seems that it was visible not only from the borough, but from the southern edge of the Empire and from Calvard as well. A small minority argued that the structure may have been a new weapon belonging to the Royal Army, but this turn of events seemed to conclusively rule out the possibility. The collapse of the Liberal Arc also caused the two arcs high tsunami around the edges of the lake, but so far there have been no reports of serious injuries, fatalities, or missing persons as a result of this. Unfortunate fishermen. The worst that seems to have been reported is a number of unfortunate fishermen who were unable to escape in time getting covered in water. What was the Liberal Arc? According to an investigation by the Royal Guard and Bracer Guild, it was a flying city from ancient Zemurian times. How exactly it came to be above Valeria Lake to begin with, or what caused it to collapse remains to be confirmed. But it appears to be without a doubt that the international crime syndicate known as the Society was somehow involved. While this has yet to be officially confirmed, reports suggest that an investigation team in the city encountered a group of Crimson soldiers there, supporting the above theory. Rejoicing citizens. This place is just one mystery after another, but we can't let those guys get away with any more than they already have," said a member of the team. Furthermore, Zay's Central Factory and the Royal Army are planning to continue investigating the Liberal Arc, and to this end will be launching a combined salvage operation. Recovering from the shutdown. Around the time of the Liberal Arc's collapse, the over shutdown phenomenon that tormented the whole of the country finally ceased. As a result, many now believe that the city caused the phenomenon, but no conclusive proof of this has been established, and we can only await further research into the issue. Thoughts? The overshutdown phenomenon and the chaos that was created as a result have been a sobering reminder of just how dependent all of us are on orbits in our daily lives. Perhaps something similar may never happen again, but this is still a good opportunity to reflect on just how much we owe to orbits, and perhaps to try and reduce our reliance on them. Politics. Crown Princess Claudia has been busy. Oh, they took a picture of Oliver and okay, neat. What was that new, Luke? Combing the salt pail incident, what happened in second chapter. Seems before treasure was collected, requires some sort of activation. Salt pail, just another operation of the society. We don't really know much else about how it came to be. And also, I guess the society was before Weissman's involvement with them, maybe? That's pretty messed up that he gets, let's say if it is the case, that'd be pretty messed up if he got orphaned by the very society he worked for, up until the point where he kind of went against their directive or whatever you want to call it, with him trying to take or become part of the Oriole or whatever itself, or whatever it was. Yeah. Also, I forget. What does it mean for someone to become a heretic in Trails? I know like heresy is going against something about going against the beliefs of whatever religion views it as sacrilege or something. So, what did Weissman do again that branded him as a heretic exactly? I kind of forget like what it meant by that. Just like Treasure of Sky, they never recovered quietly. But okay, going back to reading this though. As previously reported, Her Highness Princess Claudia is now this nation's crown princess. As a result, we will be referring to her as such in all publications moving forward. Princess Claudia wasted no time after assuming her position in meeting with Prince Olivert of the Erbonian Empire, and together they reconfirmed our two nations' relationship with one another. After discussions, they both boarded the airsail together. It's widely expected that this meeting will contribute to ensuring peaceful relations with Erbonia in the future. In addition, the pair plan to be in attendance at the upcoming banquet to be held at Grancel Castle. We will bring you all the latest on that in due time. Closing thoughts. As all of you know, our homeland of the Burl has fallen victim to a vast number of calamities over the past year. There was a coup d'etat, the bizarre changes at the tetracyclic towers, coming under the assault of an ancient dragon, our capital being attacked, and finally, the Libra Ark's appearance as already discussed in this very issue. What you may not know, however, is that there is a group of young men and women who were involved in the resolution of all of these crises, their steel-like will and unyielding determination leading them to their conclusions. If not for them, these crises may never have been resolved or taken a turn for the worse. I would like to take this opportunity to thank them all for all they have done for us. Thank you. You are truly this nation's great hope. So a wise man's faith collapsed when he realized the church described the salt pail as a miracle creation of Idios. Oh. Oh yeah, they did regard it as such in their report, so... Oh, okay, yeah, I can see why. Okay. What's taking you so long, Dorothy? Get a move on or I'm gonna leave you behind. Wait for me. Oh, no time for waiting. If we take much longer, the bank is going to start without us. We're talking about a big celebration held by the Queen here. Being late isn't an option. But I'm so hungry. You'll get your food. Okay, no, actually, I don't think you're... Oh. Can't walk another step. I have a horrible feeling I know what's going on here. You skipped lunch so you can eat more at the banquet, didn't you? I didn't even eat breakfast. I haven't eaten a thing since yesterday. Only 30 hours without eating is making me feel all kinds of lightheaded. What the hell were you thinking? I can't move. Carry me. Oh no. Come on, we're going. There's no way we can miss an occasion like this. There's gonna be ideas knows how many famous people there. First on the agenda is snapping a photo of Her Majesty, and then the Crown Prince, and then... Huh? Actually, this isn't so bad. Oh my god. At one point, this very capital was placed in grave danger. But thanks to the efforts of everyone here and many others, all is well. Oh, wow, yeah. Even the Sky Bandits. This humble banquet is intended to be an occasion to celebrate that fact, as well as to honor all of those who contributed to making it a reality. If you would, Claudia. Of course. All those invited to today's party contributed in one way or another to protecting the peace of the Burl by ending the peril we were faced with. Whether it was extending a helping hand to those in need, or working to fight off the threats that instilled fear in the hearts of our people. As this country's future monarch, I would like to extend my deepest gratitude to each and every one of you. Thank you all very much. Holding this party is nothing compared to all that you have done, but... We just made it! Oh, we're finally here. Food! Someone give me food. How are you doing? Eating can wait, you got pictures to take. The Crown Princess's speech might be finishing soon. Aw, okay. The cheese. Well, I do hope you all will enjoy your time here all the same. I'm sure you are all busy men and women, burdened by a great many responsibilities and concerns. But today, I would ask that you all cast those aside in order to relax, rest, and enjoy yourselves. The food on offer here is some of the finest in the borough, so by all means partake into— Dorothy, can you stop flashing your camera while we're talking? Until you can no more. And may the goddess bless this nation. Description of Weissman's correct? Ah. Chloe really is something else, huh? I'm not sure I can dress super nice, get up in front of a crowd like this and make a big speech the way she did. Yeah, she is. She said she wasn't feeling confident about how she'd do as a crown prince before. Blinding us. Hey, Ice Cream, how you doing? But from where I'm standing, she's doing just fine. Seeing her's making me kinda jealous though. I wish I could pull off fancy dresses the way she does. You got something to say, mister? Oh, it's nothing. You're just not all that girly most of the time, so it always takes me by surprise when you suddenly are. What do you mean I'm not girly? Sure, lately we've been so busy helping get LeBro back in shape that I haven't even had time to go back home. But that doesn't mean I want to go wear a pretty dress or something every once in a while, you know? I know. Still, it really is surprising just how much you've grown even in these past few weeks. Dang, he's so derpy the whole post thing again. Coming after doing some Monster Hunter? I have? Well, it's been pretty tough running up and down the country so much, but you've kept up with ease. And your judgments as a bracer are getting more spot on with every decision you make. Fancy dress or not, I think you're a pretty wonderful person, Estelle. I don't know. I don't know why, but it's weird hearing you pile on the compliments so much. But what can I say? I'm glad things seem to have finally calmed down a bit on the work front these past few days. The capital might not be entirely the way it was, but it's getting there. I think we can finally afford to take a breather. Yeah. Oh, look! Look at all that food! The chefs in the castle and supposedly made the entire spread too. You know, those are huge wine bottles. I mean, wait, in comparison to the size of the table, those are fucking huge. Look how large the bread and the salad bowls are. Or am I crazy, or is the perspective? Wait, yeah, wait. Look at the wine bottle on the table where Kurt and is that Grant? I don't remember. Like, look at where Kurt is on the right. Look at the bottle compared to that giant thing. Holy crap! They love their wine here. Scaling's hard. Yeah. Huh. There's no way I'm missing out on this. I didn't get to enjoy the food back during the birthday festivities, so now's my time to pig out big time. I'm gonna eat until I barf. Stay right here, okay, Joshua? I'm gonna scope out the goods. Is this where Joshua and Chloe have a private talk? She might have grown in some areas, but she's still got a way to go in others. Ah, that's Neil. Hey, look! How you doing, Joshua? Still not here with you? She just went to get food a second ago, actually. Sorry to hear from more work than fun. Bingo! There are many occasions where many famous faces are gathered in one place. There's no way we could pass up the chance to come and score some interviews. Don't think you're getting out of here without answering some questions either. We'll get to you two later. So, no going home until you've spoken to us, alright? Alright. Great. Next up is the Crown Princess. Off to it, Dorothy. I can't go on. I need something to eat. Let me have something to eat. Not until we're done. Questions asked. Photos to take. Chop chop. Why are you so mean? Say that to your empty stomach for the past 30 hours. He's even more fired up today than usual. I wonder how Estelle's doing. Oh. so much for scoping out the... I suppose this is as good a chance as any. I owe a lot to the people here on a personal level too. Maybe I should go around and thank them while I have the chance. Oh! Sweet! Oh! You were able to make it richer? Thanks to Brigadier General Bright's generosity, yes. I've received an official pardon from Her Majesty for my actions. Probably for foiling the Society's attack on Grancel, right? That's good news. I'm happy for you. I wish I could say the same, but I don't feel as though I deserve to be pardoned at all. Now that the nation is at peace, I feel this is the time I should be facing up to my crimes, not having them swept under the rug. I can't say I don't understand, but still. Please, Joshua, you needn't look so concerned. I have no intention of refusing Her Majesty's kindness or going against her will. I really feel a strong desire to settle things within myself, and I fully intend on following through. That is all. Alright then. Oh, I wasn't expecting to find you here. Still, thank you very much for your support during the attack on Grancel. It really did help us all. Oh please, I only did what I did because it was one of His Excellency's bail conditions. Make no mistake, I wouldn't have helped any of you worthless dregs otherwise. You wouldn't think it'd be so hard to accept a thank you. I presume your business here is finished, then kindly be gone. You'll get in His Excellency's way standing around here. Thanks to- oh wait, okay. Oh, there's sure a lot of guests today. By all means, help yourself to any of the food here. It all tastes much better while it's hot. Oh, Joshua, it's been a long time since I last saw you. It's good to see you again too, Professor. Although, speaking of the last time, I heard there's a plan in motion to pull the Liberal Ark from the lake and investigate it. You heard right. It'll be carried out in conjunction with the Royal Army. Now, it's not to say it'll be easy, of course. Valeri Lake's fairly deep, and so we can't start hauling up bits of the city all willy-nilly. So we're intending to do work on making a map of the lake's bottom using sonar first, which is going to take some time as it is. Excuse me, have I given you some food already? Oh, I wish it hadn't collapsed all of a sudden like that to begin with. If it had just one more hour, I could have taken a research sample too. Oh well, there's no point in lamenting what you can't do anything about. I'll just have to make do with what I got. So, when are you going? Hold on, I haven't even... Oh, Joshua. Hey man, making the rounds? Something like that, yeah? Anything interesting going on with you? Sort of. Agate said he was gonna come over for dinner in Zace a while back. So I was just asking when he's free. Oh, that's right, so he did. Well, when we were getting off the air sale, right? I didn't really mean it though, it was just one of those things you say in passing but don't give much thought to. I ain't exactly swimming in free time, you know, between the bracers and busy work. I get still alive at this point. I mean, this was just after the Liber Ark's collapse, so this was before Tita's mom and dad came back. So yeah, he's still very much alive for now. I'd like to go, sure, but I've got no idea if I'll actually have the time to do it. But I've been looking forward to you coming ever since. Okay, let me think. Maybe the end of the month. That should be okay. I think that Friday's free, I think. Moments before disaster. Really? Is that a promise? Yeah, I guess. He took out a small notebook and started scribbling in it. So what kind of dishes do you like? Any old set of groceries that I can shove down my neck is fine by me. Nothing special at all. Well, I think I better leave them alone for now. I wouldn't want to get in the way. Tita's so precious. We're delighted to see you were able to attend tonight's banquet. Please do enjoy yourself. The whole garden terrace is accessible to guests of tonight's party, so please don't feel restricted and do enjoy yourself.
Joshua. I'm surprised to see you here, Dad. I thought you said over the phone you wouldn't be able to attend because you were so swamped. Oh, swamped is an understatement. Transporting goods needed to get the country back in order, making sure every area has all the utility it needs. I'm drowning in work. It's going to take a while longer before we can say Libero's back to normal too, I fear. Come to think of it, Sal and I certainly didn't expect to find soldiers even in Libero's smaller villages. So threw us off to see as much it was off to see as much while we were helping out where we could. Then it comes as a surprise if you're the one responsible, though. It should go a long way towards helping people feel at ease. It's times like these when we've all got to do what we can, We've got to do all we can for one another, and the army's no different. With Erbonia and Calvard's internal political situations a mystery to us, the reorganization of the army has to be shelved for now too. Still, no matter how busy a man is, everyone needs to kick back in a while. So make sure you make the most of tonight, Joshua. I think you need to kick back more than I do, Dad. Estelle's been pretty worried about you, you know? There's no need to worry about me, I'm hanging in there. In fact, I say I'm taking it too easy. Don't you worry about me. In fact, I'm taking it easy while passing along the tough jobs to you guys. Hey. Oh no. The two are drinking, but oh no. You two look comfortable. Oh, if it isn't Joshua. Care to join us for a few drinks? Don't be shy now. The night's only just beginning. But I want to see those exquisite amber eyes of yours swim before it comes to a close. Olivia! Good, thanks. Oh, come on. We're at a celebratory banquet here. Don't be such a spoiled sport. Oh, I know. Why don't we have a few drinks to celebrate you becoming a senior bracer at the same time? Feels like it was ages ago, but we never did get to celebrate your promotion. Only Estelle's. Say, Shara, about, well, Luciola. Silly Joshua, what are you all getting worried about her for? You really needn't be. Shara's right. Especially not now. We all have our concerns and worries that, after all that happened over the past few weeks and months. But this is not the time to be thinking about them. This is the time to be making merry and drowning in fine drink. From sunset to sunrise. Right. I don't think there's ever a time for not making merry as far as you're concerned. He's got a point though. Oh, and while I got a chance to say this to you, no more going off on your own here. You have no idea how worried Estelle was about you. After you last disappeared, I could barely bring myself to watch her. I won't. I got no intention to do anything like that again. I'm fine now. Well, if you say so. That docile expression of yours is so adorable, Joshua. Don't go showing off that face too much tonight, alright? Olivia, is it okay if you're here in the Burrow? I thought you said you needed to be back in the Empire. Well, I will go back eventually. But for now, however, I intend to savor the lingering feelings of this whirlwind of a ride. Remaining behind afforded me the chance to attend this wonderful party to boot. As you can see, my fine instincts have yet to fail me. Feels like no amount of alcohol is enough to get me drunk lately. I don't know what's up with me. On the positive side, though, maybe now I can actually be Aina in the drinking contest. Trust her to find a positive in that. It's a pleasure to see you again, Joshua. You too, Lila. Have you been well? I have, thank you. Although I wish I could say the same for the mayor. You collapsed from overworking yourself the other day. As such, I had no choice but to force her to take some time off work. That bad? I'm afraid so. She is finally able to rest and recover enough to my satisfaction. Thankfully, so now she's returned to her duties. I assure you that she's in good hands. unattended, Mayor Mabel would likely work herself into her grave. So if it falls to me to make sure that she rests when necessary, I'm determined to make sure she takes a good long rest after things have settled down enough in Bose. I assure you that she's in good hands. I heard the academy was actually occupied by armed assailants at one point. I was ever so worried when I first heard the news. Oh, you needn't worry about us. The academy suffered no major damage as a result of what happened. It was only a shock to the students, but they're all back to their usual cheery selves now. This is some party, isn't it? I don't think you'll find a banquet with a guest list quite like this anywhere. I used to be a businessman, so I've been to my fair share of occasions like this. I've never been to any with this many famous people in attendance. Oh, Joshua, it's been quite some time since I last saw you. It has. I didn't know you were here, Mayor Klaus. The mayors of each of the borough cities and towns were invited, I believe. I'm not sure why I was when I didn't do all that much to contribute to anything, but I decided to attend nonetheless. That's not true at all. I hear the food supplies that were delivered to Bose and Grancel were done so on your orders. That was particularly well received here, and we all know how dire things were at the time. You've got as much right to be here being thanked for your efforts as anyone else. It was. Well, that's certainly a relief to hear. Thank you very much for letting me know, Joshua. Do you need something to drink, sir? We have plenty available, alcoholic or otherwise. Oh, it's a relief to know I was able to contribute in some way after all. That said, do come back to Rome to visit, Joshua. I'm sure everyone will be overjoyed to see how you're doing. Ooh, it's finally all over. It just goes to show that if we endure, the goddess will eventually extend her hand of salvation to us all. That's reassuring to know. Poor Mr. Murdoch. Greetings, Joshua. I'd like to take this chance to thank you again for all your team did to thwart Ouroboros' schemes and return to peace in the borough. The debt of gratitude we owe is beyond measure. Please, you're exaggerating, sir. We might have been the ones who entered the Liber Arc, but we wouldn't have had the chance of success if we were on our own. It was only because of you, Richard, Kurt, and the others fighting on the ground that we were able to succeed. We could certainly say the same of you, though, although it is true that none of us could have brought about peace alone. Still, I've been waiting the chance to thank you personally for all you did. The faith we had in you to see your work through to the end was just what we needed to fight. I'm not usually one for praying, but even I found myself looking to the goddess when the Liber Arc started collapsing. I'm so relieved you came back to us unharmed. Is there enough food for you? Is there anything you would like to make more of? Please, feel free to let me know. Oh, it's you. I've heard you've been lending a hand with the restoration efforts in addition to all you did with the Liber Arc. You have my thanks. You're quite welcome, sir. I wasn't expecting you to thank me. I wonder if something happened. The Bracer Guild has helped us in a number of ways recently. You have my thanks. Thanking us? Who are you and what have you done with them? Oh! It's nice to be able to attend a banquet like this. It truly drives home the point that this nation is back at peace again. The trouble regarding the Liber Arc and the subsequent restoration efforts has shown me anew how capable a ruler Queen Alicia is. She's handled all that's happened impeccably. If all this happened in the Republic, it wouldn't have been resolved anywhere near as smoothly, let me tell you. Speaking of the Republic, Parliament is still very much in confusion over the overshutdown phenomenon, to say nothing of the steam tanks of Airmonias. It's going to be a while before things settle down there too, I wager. Oh, how's it going, Joshua? Hello, Zin. Thanks again for all the help you've been giving with the restoration efforts. I don't know what we'd have done without you. Haha, think nothing of it. It's all part of being a bracer, really. I can't say how much longer I'll be able to lend a helping hand, though. Gotta pack up and head back home at some point. The political situation isn't exactly stable over there, you see? Why is that? Was that why Killicup wasn't able to make it then? Yeah, guild receptionists are basically chained to their seats at the moment. Although, to be honest, I can't picture getting all dressed up coming to a party like this anyway. Why, hello, Joshua. Tonight's party is hosted by Her Majesty in all her grace. So I do hope you'll enjoy yourself. Oh! You're always welcome back in the castle anytime. I'll be more than happy to help you get dolled up for the occasion, too. I'm never wearing a maid outfit again, just so you know. Now that everything's back to normal, it feels like all that happened that day was some sort of dream. I'd certainly rather believe it was, but seeing the castle gates fall and those scary people charging through was like a nightmare. I thought I was going to faint at the sight of it all. Oh, see! Great! Oh, well, see, it's good to see you. After all you did, I say it deserves a good party as much as any human. I think I'll talk to Chloe last, but let me work my way around the table. Actually, no, I'd say it'll end once we get to, Estelle. So let's see. What, you like me to give a comment? Well, let's see. Looks like she's being into it at the moment. I should leave her be for now. Oh. Good evening, Your Majesty. Thank you very much for inviting me for today. Oh, not at all. I'm pleased to see you've come. I've been eagerly awaiting the day we can meet again. I hear you and Estelle have been traveling and helping with the restoration efforts. That's correct. We both wanted to see how things were across the kingdom with our own eyes. I'm glad we did too, because now I can finally breathe a sigh of relief. The people really are strong. That they are. I have been queen for over 40 years, and the strength of the borough's citizens continues to amaze me to this day. There are plenty who like to credit either my abilities as a ruler or over technology for this tiny nation's good fortune. But we would be nothing without its people. I wasn't the one who allowed us to overcome the recent crisis, or the war 10 years ago, and neither was Obo Technology. No, I believe it was the will of its people to live, and that's what I believe supports our country, both then and now. People's will to live. Indeed. You were gracious enough to call this country your second home, Joshua. From now on, your will to live will be another great support for this nation. As its queen, that makes me happier than you can imagine. Thank you, Your Majesty. Your words mean a lot to me. My apologies, I didn't intend that to become such a serious discussion. I would much prefer for tonight to be a night all of this banquet's guests can enjoy, rather than one for serious issues. Please do try to enjoy your time here. Ah, Phil and Joshua. I was just discussing the aftermath of the crisis here with Major Vander. Fortunately, the Libra Arch's collapse caused little direct damage by itself. That might not have been the case if there had been any ships on the lake at the time. Due to, in part, the Oboshatan phenomenon, none were. The tsunami after was quite small too. I'd say we were rather fortunate. Estelle and I were able to see as much when we traveled around the lakeshore. A few people who were watching the city collapse were caught up in it, and a small number of fishermen were splashed with water, but that's about it. If anything, the much greater problem was the confusion that came about as a result of losing Obo power. The borough is, after all, one of the most advanced nations on the continent when it comes to Obo technology. Ordinarily, that is one of our greatest strengths, but in this case, it worked against us. The crisis has now passed, but that doesn't mean our work is done. We still have plenty ahead of us to take care of. The borough's abundance of Obo technology ended up working against it this time, regrettably. But this crisis has now passed doesn't mean blah 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 blah. The confusion created on Arbonia's southern edge, as a result of the Oboshatan phenomenon, calmed itself down rather quickly. But over in Arbonia, no more is being reported about the city other than it was a mysterious floating object. Either the central government is still in confusion, and that's why it isn't releasing any more information, or... Holding a party like this makes it feel like peace has finally returned to the castle. It certainly hasn't felt like that in the days leading up to it. We were all busy clearing things up until a few days ago. Ah, just the man, just the man. Pardon? Oh, is this the boy you were speaking of earlier? That's correct. This is Joshua. I was just telling the ambassador here about your various achievements, Joshua. It's an honor to finally meet you. I'm the resident Eronian ambassador here in the borough, Davo Cranon. It's nice to meet you. The tale of how you flew up on top of that flying city, all while knowing it, maybe the last thing you did brought tears to my eyes. How were you able to participate in an operation that may have brought about your death? Or brought your death, casting aside even your girlfriend's objections? I don't know. Girlfriend? But I know this. The borough needs more young women and men and women like you. Thank you for saying so, sir. Just what has the Duke been telling you? It should go without saying how touched I am to see such spirit from our youths of today. You truly are the borough's greatest treasures. But all was well that ended well, or by miraculous chance the two were able to reunite. Good evening to you. Thank you so much for making the time to attend tonight's banquet. Oh, not at all. How are you feeling now after having some time to recover, Philip? I'm feeling quite well. You're too kind. I do believe I may have overexerted myself, but that's how things are done once you reach a certain age. I find myself wondering whether I could have been able to do more if I were 30 years younger. But I suppose there's little point in doing so. I wonder what he looked like 30 years ago. Nope, sorry Philip, I just can't picture it. Aww. This maid, I need food. Y'all told me not to move on my own, so I'm stuck here. But I still haven't got any food. I guess I just have to fill myself up with liquids instead. Aww. Man, this is one hell of a party. I know there was a chef over at Sanctum Gate, but I was called over here to help. It's a real huge honor to be able to help out at an occasion this spectacular. I doubt I'll ever get an opportunity like this again. Well. Kevin? I wasn't expecting you to still be in the borough. Oh, sup? You were invited here too, huh? Makes sense. So, having fun? You better be. Take it from me. If you don't make the most of times like these and eat your heart out, you're gonna regret it later. Thank you very much for all you did for me, Kevin. If you hadn't come to the borough when you did, don't sweat it. Not like I did anything special. Glad to see all the side effects, look about gone. Gone too. You're looking spiffy these days, Joshua. So yeah, just forget about owing me or whatever. It's all in the past now. I'm not sure if I should ask this, but are you... Joshua? I'm not gonna be in the borough for much longer, so this might be the last time we meet for a while. But I hope we get the chance to see each other again one day. Yeah, I hope so too. Damn, this sirloin steak's like a little piece of heaven in my mouth. I sure wish I could take a lifetime supply of it back home with me. Hey Joshua, I didn't expect to see you guys here. You invited then? Sure was. An invitation just showed up out of nowhere. You can imagine our surprise when we saw the thing. No way we were turning down some high-class grub though, so we hurried on over. That's very like you. Not gonna deny it. That aside, thanks to Her Majesty pardoning us, we're now free to walk around in the open. Feels like we should be thinking about how to make a good, honest living for ourselves. That's not the first time you said that. Something about wanting to start up a courier service, right? Well, maybe, but that's not the only thing we could try out. Well, whatever we settle down on, it should involve flying the skies. That's how we live so far, so I don't want to change now. Still, the best thing about starting up a company is that we'd be able to employ all the guys who worked under us while we're still in the Sky Bandit business. I mean, it ain't saying it's gonna be easy. We don't have any funding, we don't know if we'll even be profitable once we do get things up and running. Munch. You're not gonna hear me say no. All the complicated financial stuff goes right over my head, so just don't count on me there. That might even be right up Dressette's alley. Rip Dressette. Ah, it's good to see you again, Ellen. I heard you here as the Bracer Guild representative today, is that true? Indeed. All the other receptionists are busy, you see, so I was the only one able to attend. That's too bad. Isn't it, though? This would have been a fine time for us to exchange information. But oh well. There's always tomorrow, as they say. The receptionists of all the branches were too busy to come, I'm afraid. Okay, wait. Yeah. Greetings, Joshua. You've done some fine work these past couple of weeks. The damage reports on the regions of the borough you've been providing have proved invaluable in allocating personnel. I can't really thank you enough. Oh, you needn't thank me. By the way, Kurt, I feel like I need to say something regarding my Bracer badge. As you probably already know, what power I have was given to me by the Society. Before becoming a Bracer, I used it to commit many unforgivable crimes too. But no matter how much I think about it, I just can't see how someone like me is fit to call himself a Bracer. You know, Joshua, I've always seen power as an imperfect concept. That's why I believe people are able to use it. Am I wrong? No, I suppose not. Then what difference is there between us? We're both keenly aware of our flaws, and yet we both use what limited power we have to do what we believe is to be right. I see no difference. Well, I really can't argue with that logic. I still can't pretend to be completely confident in myself, though. Be that as it may, there's nothing to be ashamed of. You should simply continue striving to overcome it. And while this is but my personal opinion, I'd say you're a model Bracer. Wow, I didn't know Josette was from the nobility. I always pictured her bony nobles as being real stuffy and scary. But maybe there are a few cute ones mixed in there. God damn it. After all the work we've been doing lately, it's great to be able to come to a swanky place like this and put up our feet. The food's pretty great too. It's just wild how much energy those two have. Are they always like this? I swear it's like watching two children squabble. It's great to that we're peaceful again. We're peaceful again and all, but I think these two are taking things a little too easy. Could you two stop fighting? Wait, talk to them. Okay. Huh, I'd figure that'd be the case, because I'm the most fit to be at this party after all. I've been plenty of high society guys wearing poofy dresses. Hey, don't make it sound like I've never worn a dress before, because I have, for your information. I just don't need to go around trying to convince everyone that I'm not a boy, unlike some people I can name. But trying to say I look like a boy again and see what happens. Look, you two, I appreciate you two have your differences, but we're kind of in a really public, really high-class place here. So could you take this fight elsewhere? Shut up, Joshua! Wow, sorry. Okay then, have it your way. How about you and me settle this with an honorable duel? Think you can handle it? Damn right I can, you're on! Just don't cry when you realize you can't actually beat me though. Well. That's about everyone, right? Ah. Okay, I think that's about everyone now. There are a few people I didn't get to talk to though, so hopefully I can make another round of the party later once they're free. Okay, yeah, just Chloe. Oh, here we go. Come on, Dorothy, we're talking to military guys next. Get a move on, woman, we haven't got all day. She's walking so slow. No, I don't feel too good. My stomach feels like a giant bottle of water. That's what happens when you drink way too much in a short period of time, you idiot. But never mind that, we got work to do. Okay. Oh. Joshua? Hey, Chloe. Finally got a bit of a break? Must be exhausting having to do one interview after another. Well, I suppose it is a little. Not too bad though, I've had to do a lot more of them. Ever since becoming Crown Prince, so I'm starting to get used to them. I can believe it. It feels like I've been seeing your face all over, or in all kinds of papers and magazines lately. I think anyone will learn to adjust after a while. You know, it probably won't be too long before it starts to die down, so just hang in there. All you can really do is grin and bear it until then, unfortunately. Yes, I know. That's exactly what I intend to do. Too. I swore to myself that I would do all I could to help protect this country's people. Accepting a few interviews here and there is the easy part. Well, if you say so. You really are strong. I'm not so sure about that. I still feel as if I'm doubting myself a lot of the time. Like I have to keep going out of my personal comfort zone, feeling reckless with every push. Maybe so. Still doesn't change the fact that you're strong. Not to me, anyway. I remember the strength you showed when trying to protect Clem when we first met, too. Thank you. I nearly forgot about that. Maybe now would be the best time after all. Now kiss. Totally not the... Everyone totally get the wrong idea and drum up a huge fuss, especially Estelle. Oh, hold on a second. How did a piece of hair fall on my mouth? Hold on. Ugh. Rip you guys attend pools. Can I have a little of your time, Joshua? Oh? I've got something I want to say to you. Sure, okay. This way then. Aww? What are you waiting for, Joshua? Don't keep her waiting. Is it just me, or does she seem kind of bothered by something? Where's Estelle right now, anyway? You know, Estelle completely forgot to get Joshua food. I got stomach. Are they having an eating contest? Oh my god. Oh, she's picking up her pace. This could get interesting. Whose side do you want anyway? I guess I can leave her be, or leave her as she is for now. She seems pretty occupied. I should go see what Chloe wants then. Have I done something to make her angry though? I don't feel like I have. You know Chloe's still got some feelings for you, right, Joshua? And it's a little bit complicated given Estelle, you and Estelle kind of confessing each other's feelings for each other. So, maybe a little bit of a love triangle thing? Let's see how they carry this out, though. I'm sure they're sensible enough to not, like, make things super awkward between all of them, right? So, Chloe? What was it that you wanted to tell me? Look, if I had done something to offend you, I'm sorry, alright? Oh, she's blushing. I love you, Joshua. Oh, she actually went there. Oh my god. Oh. And now Joshua's harem begins. Or, actually, it's already begun, like, with Chloe and Estelle and then Josette. Oh. Hey, Detail, how you doing? What? Well... sorry. I'm happy you feel that way, but, don't worry, I knew exactly how you're going to respond before I said anything. I feel like I just had to get that out before I can really start moving on. The sky sure is beautiful tonight, isn't it? How long have you, well, felt that way? Say, Joshua, if you had met me before Estelle, Do you think we would have, well... No. I'm pretty sure that never would have happened. Aw, come on! Sorry. I told you, don't worry. I can't deny there's a part of me that wants to keep you all to myself. But even if that were possible, I don't think it would be what I truly wanted. Because when it comes down to it, I really love both you and Estelle. Oh! 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 Oh shit! Like I mentioned this before during the first game and the second game, like about the whole Yuri thing, but the like lesbian thing between like Chloe and Estelle. I was like, wait, no, they wouldn't go there. No. And then there's they actually went both. She actually goes both ways. Holy shit! This is the best outcome here. Holy shit! Finally, I see a game story that actually does this. Because usually I'd see like stories only go one way. Oh my god! Finally, I finally get a story that goes there. This game is now a 10 out of 10 for me. Forget all the complaints I had earlier. She's scarier than Olivia? What do you mean scarier? This is amazing. That's partly why I wanted to see that trouble face of yours one last time. It was worth the effort to bring it out too. That's probably the best expression I've seen to date. You can be kind of a bully sometimes, you know that? Maybe, but this feels like the most fun I've had in some time. Now have a quick kiss while no one's looking. Nah, she's not gonna go that far. She understands. I think. Or does she? So... what's on your mind, Joshua? What? I can easily tell you're worried about something. My instincts are quite sharp, or so I like to believe. Besides, I was watching you the whole time I was handling that interview earlier. Oh. How exactly am I supposed to take that? Still, you're hiding something, aren't you? Or do you plan to do something on your own again? Your instincts are sharp, alright. It still surprises me from time to time too, but you're definitely up there. Well, that's just how us girls are. So come on, tell me what's troubling you. It's nothing that major, really. I decided to leave the world by the end of the month. But why? The country's finally at peace now. That's exactly why I think this is the right time. Ouroboros seems to have completely withdrawn from the country, and the restoration efforts are coming along smoothly. So maybe it's about time for me to leave on a journey of my own. It's taken me a long time to get this far, but I've finally been able to start thinking of myself as a person and not some kind of broken doll. I was finally able to achieve the very thing everyone wanted from me. That's been both a good thing and bad thing. Good in that I finally feel human, but bad in that my heart's been aching in a way it never did before. Broken dolls can easily look away from all the terrible things they've done, but I can't do that anymore. Oh. That's why I need to go on this journey around the continent. So I can work towards atoning for all that I've done. So I can start embracing the person I now am, in the truest sense of the word. I see. But if you do that, that means you won't be able to see Estelle for a while. Yeah, I know. It might not even be for a while. It could be a long time. I'm still not sure how to break that to her either. That's the part my mind's on right now. You still got a lot of growing up to do, young man. Huh? If you ask me, you should just tell her in the way that comes most naturally to you. Or naturally to you. You don't have to write some big speech in your head in advance, just speak to her from your heart. You believe in her, don't you? No matter how you phrase it, she'll understand. All you have to do is get those words out there. You owe that much to her if you love her. You know that, right? Yeah, I do. I really am hopeless, aren't I? You shouldn't have to tell me something that obvious. You wouldn't be you if I didn't have to tell you. Plus, that kind of thing's part of why I love you too. Please stop teasing me. Just remember, it'll be okay. If anyone knows you, it's Estelle. Although if you ask me, she'll... Joshua, where are you? Uh-oh. Oh, there you are! Totally not, totally oblivious to the fact that of, whatever they might have been talking about in private. Look at these! They're Josette's goggles! I took it from her as spoils of war. Wait. Oh! Wait! That's why she has the visor! Wait, she didn't have her goggles on, right? When she entered our party! Oh! Oh, she lost them in the food contest. Oh my god! The continuity going from the side stories to like the details of their costume changes are, oh my god! These details. So that's why. I'm glad you were having fun, Estelle. Make sure you give those back to Josette later, okay? Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Tune into next week's issue to find out. Wait, hold on. Chloe? I suppose it's about time I return to the banquet now. You can have Joshua back now, Estelle. Sure? Hey, Chloe? So, I'm not sure how to best put this either, but, thanks. I'm glad I was able to talk to you like this. Really, I am. Oh. You're very welcome. Well then, I wish both you, I wish you both a very pleasant night. The heck? I just love how short her response is. The heck? So, Joshua, what did you two, talk about? Oh, well, she just confessed her love for me. And for you. I was like, what? Joshua? Come on. He's not gonna say that. Oh, nothing much. God damn it. Oh, nothing. It's not like your totally not girlfriend is also confessed her love for me. She just gave me a bit of much needed motivation. Oh, really? That sure clears things up. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. And this is a secret Joshua would take to his grave. It's been 5 years, and Estelle has believed in me for every single one. And I believe in her too. No it doesn't. What motivation? Estelle? I've got something I need to tell you. Oh? I'm all ears. What's up? Well, you see... Aw, come on! Don't interrupt it with the fireworks! We'll never get the true harem ending with Joshua. Oh, fire... Oh, I forgot to read that. There's so many of them, too. Happy New Year, everyone! You see, Estelle,
Ah, come on. I guess like that's where Joshua finally told about his plan to leave the country and do all he said, but then that's what got them. Oh yeah, they mentioned that in the third or in the epilogue of the second game that they are already intending to go to other what was it? Other countries. If that Joshua would stop at 3. Oh man. The harem continues. Ooh, luxurious lunch. And money.